ain't never had a man say, I pay your rent, or I pay your bills, or I do this for your car. Man, just get rid of some of these burdens. I'm tired. We can't even take accountability and listen to our fellow sisters when they come bestowing knowledge upon us that can help us or better our future. That you are an ignorant person when you don't take heed of knowledge.
I've been single for a long time, so it's like I have not lost a man. Both of y'all who are new here, like I've never been in love. I've never lived with a man.
And I just could not understand why I did not have a man.
To ever admit this, I might. But having a perfect man will probably scare me. It probably will. And it's not the fact that I don't want a good man. It's not. I really do want a good man. I really wholeheartedly do. But the way life has happened and the way I had to learn to live life, I feel like my dominance and my alpha attitude as a female, I would mess it up. I mess it up. Because I've been on my own for so long. On my own. I mean, like, paying my own bills, taking care of myself, house bills, my car maintenance, everything I do for myself. 100% I do for myself. I ain't never had a man say, I pay your rent, or I pay your bills, or I do this for your car, make sure your car fixed. Everything I do, I have done for myself. I've never had a man pay nothing. I don't even ask. I'm not a girl to ask the man, oh, you buy my wig, oh, you'll take about dinner. I'm not asking you for shit. I'm not. I do everything myself. So having a man that come in and he's fulfilling these roles and he's taking care, like legitimately taking care of you financially and everything else, I wouldn't know. I'm a struggle. I'm a struggle trying to let that man take that role because it's something I'm used to doing. I'm used to take care of me. I'm not waiting for nobody. I'm not waiting for nobody to do nothing for me. If my car break down, baby, I will go on YouTube to figure out how to do it myself and get it done because I'm not waiting for nobody. But I want something done. I want something done. So I feel like I would struggle with letting the man just come in and have complete control and do his thing. Although it is something I want and I crave. I do. I want a man to help me just get rid of some of these burdens. I'm tired. I'm tired of being a strong, dominant female. I'm tired of it. I do want a man to come and take his respectful role in my life. I do. I do want to.
She pretty much said it. All my life, I had to fight.
I have had to fight for everything my entire life.
Another one. But it sounds to me like she's admitting she doesn't have a man at all. Why? Because you feel I can do good without a man. So a lot of times women like that don't have one. And I'm sure that's what happened. You're with a guy, he's like trying to do things for you. Oh no, I got it. He left. That's what's gonna happen. So when these ladies say I don't have a man, it's your fault. And she knows it. I commend her for that. She's accountable. She's being very accountable. Let's get on to the next one.
Really will step on our own toes. We will. We talk too much. We think we know it all. And we come on here yapping our mouths. We don't know how to play the role of being a woman. We want to be in control. We want to control the man. We won't let the man be the man. We're not playing our position. Tell me I'm lying. Which one of you women going to take accountability that you know you talk? I'll be the first one. That's why I don't show my face like that on here. I let the post talk and the music I play talk. I don't need to do all the talk.
He knows. I talk too much. You know what it is. You know why you don't have a man. Because like you said, tons of y'all get on TikTok and yap. And that's what's stopping you, ladies. That's what's making men think twice, 3 times, 4 times. A man will be damned if he gets with a lady that's doing this all day. Why? She may not do that to you, but what's happening? She's not being her true self. She's hiding something. And men know that. Men see right through it because you are so open to get on the internet on Beyonce's good internet and speak your mind. And men are done with it. Seriously. You know how many ladies, and she's talking about TikTok, by the way. Of course, you guys know that. You know how many ladies get on TikTok and just yap? All of you ladies are doing it. Right? The ladies that go on podcasts, I understand, I respect it. You're doing it to make some money. But a lot of ladies get on here and talk for TikTok to make money. But a lot of times they're exposing the truth, right? Because something that's true is gonna come from your heart. And I'm telling you, if it's not coming from your heart, you ladies is selling it. But man, y'all all telling on yourselves, and you're doing men a solid. Actually, we thank you for it.
Okay, so uh, I I understand from a logical perspective why men say that us women do not take accountability and we don't listen. Because we can't even take accountability and listen to our fellow sisters when they come bestowing knowledge upon us that can help us or better our future for later so that we don't become a stumbling block for others. But we don't do that. We criticize and we try to point out other people's flaws and other people's transgressions that they once did. And it's just like, what point does that make? Where does that get to? You're proving that you are an ignorant person when you don't take heed of knowledge, especially when somebody comes telling it to you in love. Yeah, they're not calling you out your name. You know what I'm saying? They're not belittling you. They're just telling you the truth. And because conviction is settling in, you think that they're judging you unjustly. My goodness. So I made a post telling women if they don't want men lusting after them, then put your clothes on. And the women that don't want to be lusted by men, but yet wear provocative clothing, found a way to go against that and reverted back to men. My goodness. The lack of accountability is why we don't have unity. Is why a man can't walk in his authority without being called insecure. Or anything other than a leader when he's protective, when he shows his protection and not just by his strength, but how he cares for you because how he wants you covered. Why have we been so programmed to be at war with these men, but we need them? And I know what comes after that. She's a pick-me. Yeah, okay. Well, I'd rather be picked by a man than you. And that's not the point. When women throw that out, it's because they don't have a valid rebuttal. This is why I always say that the term pick-me is just a bulletproof vest for the unteachable, while accountability is the bullet. This isn't a low blow to men, but baby, men are the easiest thing to get out here. But being picked isn't the motive. But learning from your mistakes and taking heed to knowledge is. It just baffles me because usually the women that throw that term out there are the ones that do everything to get a man's attention. Quite uncanny. Overall, I love my sisters, I really do. Y'all be so beautiful. You ain't got to do all that. I had to learn it. See, the crazy thing is I didn't have nobody to teach me. I had everybody amping me up though. You know what I'm saying? Watching me self-destruct. I don't want you to get there. That's why I teach you in love. Take heed. It's okay. Remember, beauty is revealed from the inside before it is revealed on the out, okay?
It is lost art. It's an art, actually. It's one of the lost arts of being a woman. And the ones that have it are the ones that get men, and it seems like they don't even try. And yes, there's ladies in the West that still have that art. But it's lost now by most of you ladies. And it's a problem. And men, that's what men are looking for. When men look at a woman, they're looking for that. They're looking for someone to take heed to them, to listen to them, to even understand they need to listen to them. Man, that's something. A woman, a lot of times, has a hard time understanding they need to listen to a man. Men come with a lot of gems. Like me, I went through a long, hard road in my life. I did. So the gems I come with, they should be heard. And you'd be surprised how many ladies won't take heed and follow. Tons of them, most of them. That's what men are dealing.
Black women do not care about black men, okay? Black women, unfortunately, sis, and I know y'all coming to beat me up, and I ain't talking about all us, but I'm talking about the majority. They don't even care about their children. They would rather abort their children than to give them life, okay? Black people, black men, right? You at some point, you're going to have to pick a side, right? Black men have to come back into the forefront, and you all have to take a lead if you all want to save black life, right? Because a black woman, she can go anywhere, right, to get what she feel like she needs, right? Who's gonna be there for you? Who's gonna save you? I hope y'all not waiting on us.
So who's gonna be there for us? Who's gonna save us? Actually, I don't want to bash y'all, but it's kind of hard. We see it already on dating apps. You ladies are saying men are not dating y'all, when black men all around the world are getting love. Every culture getting love. You ladies are struggling, so we're gonna find love outside. But you,
Because I damn sure can't do it by myself.
You, when you ran for Congress,
he jumped off on another topic, but I mean, what can he do? She was a strong black woman. There was no competing with her. Seriously.
So I finally figured out why I don't have a man. And it's not pretty. It's not pretty. The fact that the reason has been staring me in the face this entire time. I've been single for quite some years I've been single. And I just could not understand why I did not have a man.
I wonder why.
And oddly enough, it came to me in a dream. It came to me in a dream. So last night, I was in a deep sleep. I was at a playground. And I was like a teenager, but I was at this park that we used to go to when I was like really young. I didn't go to this park as a teenager. I used to go to this park when I was like elementary school age. And we used to play in you know how you used to have the playgrounds, and our playgrounds were different back then. Our playgrounds had, like, the toys were the playground area, everything was made out of like metal and steel. You know, it was like hard stuff like that, right? And I was on that. It's this little thing that used to just spin around and around and around and around like this. I was on that, but I kept hearing this it was like worse than the chalkboard sound, but it would get loud and then it would go low. It would get loud and it would go low. And then I looked over and I thought it was the swing, but the swing was sitting still. And then it would go again, and it was so loud that it was scaring me. It was scaring me. And finally I wake up and I realize that noise was me snoring. Yeah. My snoring is so bad that it scared me. It scared me. It woke me up out my sleep, scared me. Yeah. That's why I don't have no man. You don't want to hear.
I don't think that was your store. That was the ghost of Lonely Woman's future haunting you. It haunts you at night. It's so bad it haunts you at night, and you go through it. You get a little bit lonely.
Somewhere along the line, I got used to being alone.
Oh.
When are women going to grasp
and understand the fact that a lot of these feminine coaches that y'all are listening to and giving a platform to are just leading you astray and are leading you to very dangerous situations. I watched a video yesterday on YouTube by a woman by the name of the New Trophy Wife. And for those of you who know who she is, she's basically makes content centered around being a trophy wife and how, you know, women need to level up their looks to get them a high value man, to get them a man to, you know, pay for their lifestyle and fund them and provide and do all of these things, right? Only to put out a video yesterday saying that her husband, her Prince Charming, Christian, do good, do right by God of a man, was essaying their 2 daughters, ages 2 and 4. Now, first of all, I want to extend compassion, and I also want to extend empathy to this woman because I commend her for not only coming up on social media to be so vulnerable and tell her story about what's been going on, but also to get her and her children away from that. I think there's a lot that women can learn from this lifestyle that's being sold and to just take the wool off of your eyes. Now, don't get me wrong. I respect Shira 7 in terms of her level up advice, right? Because when you make an effort to look good, when you make an effort to have hobbies and interests that are outside of a man, that's where you discover and learn about your true self, right? You're learning about things that you love to do. You are putting yourself in
She talks about using
places where you're going to advance, right? My critique about Shira is that she's not telling you guys about how men think, right? There's a lot of rich men that are PDF files. There are lots of rich men that are psychopaths. There are lots of rich men that are serial. Why is that not being taught? And also, why is femininity content centered so much around looks, but not centered around the mind and the soul? Because as a woman,
around money.
If you want to protect yourself, the thing that's going to protect you the most is how you use this. Thinking is a skill. Discernment is a skill. Whether
What are you
critical
saying
thinking,
about Shira 7?
analytical thinking, creative thinking, that is a skill that needs to be utilized. And what these feminine coaches are teaching you is not to use this and to just rest in your femininity. They're telling you that you should only feel feminine when you're around a man. That is so ass backwards.
I get it.
Women who are feminine, they hold the feminine source. They have the feminine portal embedded within them. And it is their responsibility to activate their feminine energy without it being centered around a man. You need to have sovereignty.
Wait a second. So she just put Shira 7 here and femininity coaches here. Because Shira 7 teaches to use a man. And this man, because one situation of where the guy was a pedo, you use that to kind of have everything, the man saying down to the floor, or the woman saying down to the floor. Her husband was a pedo. So you're lifting Shiva 7 up because her husband was a pedo. Interesting. That is such the biggest reach I've seen, I think, in my life. So you're saying women listening to Shiva 7 is helping them? Man, you can't make this up. I'm telling y'all. You really can't. It's destroying ladies. You're wondering why? See, she doesn't know. I don't know if you have a husband, but you sound like the biggest feminist propaganda lady out there. And what are you doing? You're doing the same thing Shiva 7's doing. Preaching feminist garbage.
Sovereignty as a woman. Your sovereignty needs to be within yourself. And unfortunately, this trophy wife woman is not only giving credit to Shira 7, But she's also giving credit to Kevin Samuels, who at one point, before he passed, made a video saying, well, if your child tells you that they've been molested by somebody, to not believe them. It's time that women need to take the wool off their eyes and see the truth for what it is. And to stop being so gullible when it comes to this lifestyle, this femininity content. Because a lot of these feminine coaches are creating content and a lifestyle that is centered around a man. And the people that are buying this, that are believing this, are women. It should not take a man to make you feel feminine, ladies. It is your responsibility to make yourselves more feminine. Not to attract a man, but doing it for yourself. Because that's where the real power lies. Big part of active...
Ah, man, I'm done with this. Woman empowerment, feminist mumbo jumbo, trying to bring femininity down here and lift up Shira 7. Yeah. I say to any woman out there, don't be an idiot. Look at the telltale signs. With every person is like that. Right? If the guy's a good guy, look at everything he's doing. Not to be Inspector Gadget, with the eyeglass, searching everywhere, because that'll make a man leave you. But still, don't let your guard down with anybody.
Of predators women can be. If I'm going to come on this platform and expose people who prey on children, then I have to just expose the truth in totality. It's not just men that prey on children. Women prey on children too. There was a woman in my family, I know from personal experience, saw it with my own eyes, a woman that I loved, trusted dearly, would die for, did something so horrible. This woman was 21 with 3 or 4 kids in a relationship with a 13-year-old boy. And no one in my family speaks on it. Women get away with so much that men could never, and it bothers me. It bothers me to my core. Because if the roles were reversed, if it was switched around, had it been a 21-year-old man with 3 or 4 children messing with a 13-year-old girl, the book would have been thrown. The book would have been thrown, as it should have. But the book should have been thrown for her too.
Always rushing to blame the man in a woman's life whenever her life takes a downturn is one of the major ways I know you do not take personal responsibility in your own life. For example, whenever a celebrity woman gets pregnant at the height of her career, you guys will say that the man got her pregnant to sabotage her. Do these women not know that they are at the height of their career when they get pregnant? They are the ones ultimately doing the things in their career. So they should be the ones who look at the trajectory of their career, of their life, and make the decisions accordingly. These women are the ones who are supposed to be in charge of their careers. There should be no man who should come in and in a span of a year, their career, the trajectory of their life, and everything just takes a complete 360. Or is it 180? Personal responsibility. Why should somebody just be able to come in and bulldoze your whole life plan? Do y'all even have life plans? Do they have life plans and career plans before these men came in? Naomi Osaka and Haley Bailey are the 2 major examples. Naomi Osaka is a tennis player. And I know you guys feel bad for her and you're saying, oh my God, Cordeaux came in, he sabotaged her at the height of her career. But here's the thing. She is a tennis player. Why did you let a rapper talk? He should have no say in what goes on with your career path and what goes on with your life. He is a rapper. You are the tennis player. You are doing all the things a tennis player should do. You are the one who is in charge of your career. I know personal responsibility can sometimes sound harsh, but it's freeing because it puts you in control. You have control over your life. You are the one who's in the driver's seat of your life. The way you guys frame it, the men put babies in you, you guys make it seem like it's men who determine the trajectory of your career to a certain extent. Not men patriarchy. The men in your personal lives are the one who have control over your career, and that should not be the case. A rapper should have not had the control over a tennis player's life. Even with Halle and DDG, you guys are saying he put a baby in her to sabotage her career. When you look at the text messages, she was okay with terminating the pregnancy when she thought it would manipulate him into being in a relationship. But she was not okay with terminating to further her career. Having the child in order to keep a relationship with DDG at the time was more important to her than terminating, maybe to keep her career and to keep the trajectory of certain things. And she made that choice. If you can look at those two women and it's strictly you're just honing in on the men, no, y'all need to start looking at the women. Once you start looking at the women, you start looking at yourself, because then you can see the kind of decision making that you're making that will wind you up in similar positions, or even worse, because at least they got money. You're gonna be in similar positions with no money.
All my story times, like what I see in the comments, will be like, oh, this is why you still don't have a man, or this is why you can't keep a man. First off, I've been single for a real long. I've been single for a long time, so it's like I have not lost a man. It's like, and then also, for those of y'all who are new here, like I've never been in love. I've never lived with a man. Like none of those things. So I do not crave to be with somebody versus somebody who has been in love, know what that feels like,
Sounds
know
lonely.
what that looks like for them. They will be maybe a little bit more eager to get back to that, get back with someone. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what that feels like. I've always just had me, and I fell in love with myself. So when I come across a man or a situation that don't serve me purpose, you're right, I'm going to move right around. If I'm looking at a situation and I know there's no way for me to succeed in this situation, honey, I'm gone. Like,
very manly.
I don't understand. What about that? Y'all don't understand. And I know y'all little comments, I don't know if people trying to like hurt my feelings or humble me. Oh, that's why you can't keep a man. I want y'all to know I don't feel that to my core. Like like I don't feel bad about that. I never came across a man that I wanted to keep. That's why I be kicking them to the curb and blocking them. You feel me? And I can kind of tell that some of y'all may not be in tune with y'all self, or y'all discernment may not be high, because when I be telling y'all the story times of exactly what happened, y'all still be confused. Like, are y'all listening to the same story time I'm listening to? Did y'all want me to stay in such situation? Huh? Because if the situation would have got worse, what y'all would have told me? Well, Tasha, it was red flags from the beginning. Well, but me, of course, I see the red flags and I move right around.
That's good.
And all of a sudden it's an issue too. There's no pleasing y'all. That's okay, because I'm not here to please y'all. I'm here to please myself. And I never cried behind a man, and I know a lot of y'all have. I've never taken a loss behind a man, and I know a lot of y'all have. I'm in a better position than a lot of y'all are. So you can't make me feel bad. Mind you, there's 1,800 messages in my DMs from married women, married men, single people, people in relationships, all that, telling me they stories. And let's be real, they're not good. So it's just like, you can't make me feel bad about being single when I got people that's married and in relationships still in my DM crying. Like you can't convince me that I'm missing out on anything. God will bless me with the right man when he is ready. I'm not running on my time. I'm not running on y'all time. I'm not running on nobody's time but God. You know, these little frogs that I run across, it's just simple experiences. And I'm not giving my body away. I'm not giving anything away. So it's just like I said, when you are in tune with yourself and your discernment is high, y'all will realize how I navigate my dating life is truly what's best. Like,
well, sounds like you're on the right path, but what do we really know? You won't know until you. Only one that knows is exactly who she's praising right now, the man upstairs. You'll peel back her life, and then you'll see she's rejecting the men that's really for her. That's when you know That's when you can say, this is why you can't get a man. Not keep a man, get a man.
When y'all be saying y'all don't need no man, I just be quiet because I do in fact need my man. I need him to help me. I need him to support me. I need him to make life easier. I need his perspective. I need his prayers. I need his gentleness. I need his reassurance. I've been a part of the independent I got this movement for a very long time. I'm good. I know that I can do it on my own, but there is something so beautiful about having partnership with somebody who you know that God assigned to your journey. And once you experience the beauty of that type of partnership and finding your equal, someone who you're equally yoked with, you do need them. You do. I might even take it a step further and say that we need each other. Men need women and women need men. That's why
right.
engaging in conversations that put men against women and women against men, I don't participate in it because I believe that we need each other. And I believe that that's how God assigned for it to be. So, yes, I need my man. And my prayer is that women who don't want to do it on their own, that they find their person too. It's a beautiful thing.
It sure is. And that's what it's all about. And that's what I believe in. And that's what everyone who watches me believes in. Well, I don't know about everyone, but I'm sure they do. They feel the same way. But with the way things are nowadays, it's so hard to find that one. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Other than that, peace out. See you next video.